At times, we're talking about some heavier rain. Notice those deeper greens, a little bit of yellow just to the east of Glens Ferry, just to the west of Bliss. The Gulf of Mexico is currently about 86 or 87 degrees Fahrenheit. That means there is a lot of energy for him to continue to strengthen. Sunglasses, albeit sunglasses are incredibly stylish, these things are not going to offer enough protection for you. You're going to need much more. Just be sure to have your sunglasses, your sunscreen, and plenty of water. Temperatures this afternoon, they're going to warm into the mid and upper 90s. Courtney. Still dealing with a lot of southwest flow. That is doing two things. One, it brings a lot of incredibly warm air into the area. Well, across Pomerelle, Magic Mountain, Buell, Filer, and even towards Castleford, we're talking about anywhere from 6 to 12 inches of snow. And welcome back. It is time for one of my absolute favorite segments of the week. Across the southwest, we are quite literally talking about the exact opposite. It's just like, watch some TV, grab me a beer. They're not home. Why not? Like I said, some of us are already breezy to at times windy. If there's one thing everybody at this station knows about me, it is that I love my Snapchat. Smile, Courtney. That finishes off my weather. I'm going for a drive. We now have Tropical Storm Cindy. Remember yesterday she was just potential tropical cyclone number 3. Today that is not the case. She is now a tropical storm. Right now she has sustained winds right around 60 miles per hour and she's moving very slowly, about 8 miles per hour to the northwest, and eventually she's going to make landfall right around the Texas and Louisiana border, and she'll continue her track through the continental United States. Right now she's also responsible for a lot of rain. Fun fact about tropical storms and even hurricanes, the heaviest of the rain is usually to the northeast of a particular area of low pressure. This means everybody along the Gulf Coast, Mississippi, Alabama, and even the panhandle of Florida are talking about anywhere from 6 to 12 inches of rain over the next 12 to 24 hours. We switch gears, move things to the other side of the country across the southwest. We are quite literally talking about the exact opposite. Now we're talking about some extreme heat. These are current temperatures across the western United States. And I want to stress current because it is 90 right now in Las Vegas. It is actually 3 degrees warmer right now in Phoenix. They are currently sitting at 93 degrees. Time to bring things back home. We are starting off warm this morning here across southern Idaho. We're definitely not starting the day off in the 90s, but many of us are waking up to temperatures in the 60s. 66 right now in Twin Falls, a little cooler up in Dietrich, and a little cooler up towards the Wood River Valley. Notice Ketchum has backed off into the upper 40s. Satellite and radar has looked absolutely flawless through the overnight, only picking up on just a few thin high clouds, and that's the way we'll stay this afternoon. Temperatures also going to be a little cooler than they were yesterday. I've got 84 across the Wood River Valley. I've got upper 80s across the Magic Valley, topping out right around 88 degrees, and then 86 across the Minnekaj region. The biggest story, though, we're going to be breezy today, and we'll maintain those breezy conditions through the overnight and into your Thursday. Speaking of your Thursday, here we are into Thursday morning. We're starting off nice and comfortable, a reprieve from the morning heat, starting the day off in the lower 50s. We'll warm up very nicely through the day on Thursday, but look at this. Many of us only topping out in the upper 70s and lower 80s. That means on your Friday, we're actually going to start off once again on the cooler end of things, but we'll warm up for your Friday. I've got 83 degrees, 85 for your Saturday. Heading into Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday of next week, we are back into the low and mid 90s. I've got a pair of 95s for next Monday and Tuesday. Across the mountains, 76s for both Thursday and Friday. We do warm up just a little bit heading into the weekend. I've got 77 for your Saturday, 80 degrees for your Sunday. Miss Courtney?
Oh, it's looking great.
I know, aren't you excited?
I'm incredibly excited. Fantastic way to start summer.
Yeah, totally. Well, good morning, southern Idaho, and a very happy Thursday. We have seen all kinds of precipitation as we've gone throughout the course of the morning. Take a look at satellite and radar. It's showing us a time lapse over the last several hours. We've seen everything from snow to a little bit of freezing rain and even some rain at times as our temperatures have really fluctuated anywhere from the upper 20s to even the low and mid 30s. Here in Twin Falls, it's actually not doing anything right now. The same definitely cannot be said for folks across the Minnekaj region. They're still at times picking up some moderate to heavy snowfall. As you're going out this morning, you are definitely going to want to allow yourself several extra minutes, as some of us also saw some freezing rain last night. Those roads are definitely going to be on the slippery end. Keep it with KMVT as we go throughout the course of the day. We'll continue to provide you with updates. Have a fantastic day.
And now your Local 11 weather with Jordan Dressman.
Well, satellite and radar has continued to show us plenty of activity as we've gone throughout the course of the morning. For most of us, we've been talking about quite a bit of rain, scattered at times, but some of that rain has also been moderate to at times heavy. We're also talking about a fair amount of snow across the higher elevations. Pinpoint Doppler still picking up on exactly that. As you're heading out the door for lunch this afternoon, have a rain jacket or at least an umbrella, especially if you happen to find yourself across the Mini-Cache region, maybe up towards southern portions of Blaine County. Notice there, Carrie talking about some moderate rain at this time, and it's going to stay moderate as we go throughout a good chunk of the afternoon. Still talking about a little bit of snow, especially up towards the Wood River Valley, just to the east of Ketchum. Grouse currently finding yourself under a little bit of snowfall, and we're going to keep with the snow, just like the rain, as we go throughout a majority of the afternoon. How much snow have we seen? Well, I'm glad you've asked. I've got a camera pointing at a ruler, and I can show you exactly that. Watch as this number continues to grow as we've gone throughout the course of the morning. Currently, we find ourselves sitting just under 12 inches, and that number is going to continue to go up as we go throughout the rest of the evening. In terms of rain, well, those numbers have been much less. Right now, Jerome comes in at the winner, just under 3/10 of an inch of rain. I say Jerome, but yet you look up at Haley and see over 1.5 inches of rain. Keep in mind, most of that has actually fallen in the form of frozen precipitation. Now, we're not only talking about rain, we're not only talking about snow, but we're actually talking about some pretty intense cloud cover. This shot last night from the Haley Airport. Notice the incredibly low clouds. They had a ceiling of about 100 feet. That actually created some issues last night with a plane that wanted to land at about 10:50, 11 o'clock. Had to be diverted to Twin Falls because the pilot simply could not see the runway. We kept with those low clouds through the course of the overnight early this morning, but since then, a lot of those clouds have lifted. Notice folks in Haley really haven't seen that much snow. We're going to keep with this opportunity for rain and snow through the rest of the afternoon, but our next system right on its heels. That comes in the form of a cold front. Looks like it'll push its way through the area overnight tonight, early tomorrow morning. For that reason, I've got the chance of a little bit of valley snow. We continue to talk about this winter storm warning for Blaine County. That runs until 11 o'clock tonight. Elevations above 6,500 feet. We go up to the higher elevations. Look at Lost Trail Pass. Roads started fine this morning, but we've continued to see more snow. Now those roads are snow covered. Definitely going to want to allow yourself several extra minutes. Getting into the early part of the evening, we're talking about a few scattered rain showers, maybe a little bit of snow up towards the Wood River Valley. Watch what happens as we go throughout the course of the overnight. That cold front comes through. Our winds, well, they change direction. That means some much cooler air is going to be able to work its way into the area, especially into the valleys. Now, as it does that, I'm not ruling out the chance of a little bit of morning snow when you wake up here, Twin Falls, Jerome, over towards the Mini-Cache region. You might run into a little bit of a dusting on the grass, maybe on the roadways. The good news for you, as we go throughout the rest of your Friday afternoon, we are gradually going to begin to clear out. 28 for a low tonight across the Wood River Valley, 33 across the Magic Valley, and 31 across the Mini-Cache region. Have a good look at the next 7 days. Only 40 degrees tomorrow, 44 for your Saturday, but again on Saturday, talking about plenty of sunshine. 49 on Sunday, several opportunities for rain next week. Models completely in disagreement in terms of the rain, but they are pretty set on the fact that we should warm up a little bit next week. Fantastic news for your Thanksgiving. Across the mountains, very similar setup. 36 for your Friday, a pair of 37s Saturday and Sunday. You ever had a plane diverted and then had to take a bus?
I have never had that happen, and apparently that is a thing that happens occasionally up north.
When you have super low clouds, you can't see the runway, and I'm no pilot, but I feel like seeing the runway is incredibly important.
Yeah, it's probably
when landing the plane.
Probably when taking off too. You probably need to see some stuff.
Totally.
Thanks, Jordan.
Yep.